Dan.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How do you feel about prepping?
Prepping is always a good idea. I can't think of a time where prepping would be a bad idea.
I wanted to talk today about preparing your outside AC unit for the winter. Winter's coming up. Is there anything special that you do to winterize your air conditioner for the winter?
Absolutely, yeah. And people are wanting to take care of it. It's out in the yard, so certainly a nice looking air conditioner looks better than one that's all weathered and things. First of all, you have to understand it is made to be outside. It's made to sit out there. So it is just fine if you don't do anything at all. However, there's a few exceptions to that. For one, you want to make sure is it an air conditioner that you have out in your yard, or is it a heat pump? I need to make that distinction because the air conditioner is out in the yard and it's going to go dormant. You're not using it at all winter. A heat pump, though, many times people may not even be equating it. The heat pump you're using all winter, so you absolutely do not want to put any kind of cover on a heat pump. So first of all, know that you do have an air conditioner, not a heat pump, because there are both in our neighborhoods here. Where it's a good idea is, I typically think of trees and things like that. There are some trees, though we like all trees, can be kind of trashy. We have a lot of pin oak trees, and so they're really known for dropping acorns and trash all winter long, and mice like acorns, and so you've got an air conditioner with a little harvest of acorns already there. It's a great place to build a house. Messy trees overhead.
That's interesting. So if you have a tree that puts like food that mice like into your air conditioner,
attracts mice,
it might attract little critters that get in there during the winter as well.
Because inside the air conditioner, inside the cabinet, or sometimes it's just a jacket over the compressor for noise deadening purposes, it has insulation, like fiberglass type insulation, and mice get into that, and gosh, they're in heaven.
And then they also wreak havoc on that when they chew it up. And
it's a mess to clean it up, and sometimes they can actually cause damage, chewing on wires. But just beyond that, it's just this kind of a stinky mess.
So maybe protecting your outdoor unit from having acorns and leaves and nice things for rodents.
And then you've got other trees like maple trees and things like that that just drop a ton of leaves. Bold cypress trees, it's super fine. The leaves are, and so they'll really go right through any little louver opening or things like that. So those are instances where actually winterizing the air conditioner is not a bad idea. However, I see a common mistake, and that is when people are talking winterizing their air conditioner, they're usually going out there and wrapping this thing with black plastic, just almost like they're cellophaning it. And duct taping it tight. I'll see them, and they are just wrapped from top to bottom and sealed up tight. And that actually is a mistake. It's a mistake to do that, because...
Why is that a mistake?
Because with the changes in temperatures and moisture, snow, it'll rain, it'll be out there in the rain, it'll be out there in snow. If we get any kind of moisture inside that air conditioner, it's never going to dry out. You've got a little terrarium out in the air conditioner. So, you're going to want to... not wrap it real tight. As a matter of fact, we'll even kind of recommend some covers that you can go on Amazon and not spend a whole lot of money on. But it's quite frankly, it just covers the top or just a foot down the sides of the air conditioner. Really the rest of it, it's not that big of a deal, but it will stop
maybe kind of helping it breathe a little bit is a good thing.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. I mean, the air will just blow right through it, and so that's really what you want to look for. And they make some. You'll be able to see them online. We've got a couple that we'll recommend that if you want to cover it clear to the ground, you can, but you're going to want to make sure it's got vents in it and ways that. Or the best thing to do is don't take a measurement that runs it right to the ground. Run it a foot off the ground. Anything like that is going to help let air in there and let the wind blow through there and that sort of thing. So covering it is a good idea, but giving the air conditioner a good coat of wax, automotive car wax, you can do that anytime you want to, and it really helps. And our technicians will do that as part of the maintenance visits, as we've got some spray on stuff. Just kind of keeps the water off of it, kind of keeps it shiny, looking nice, that sort of thing. So wiping it down, little car wax is really all that most need. But it's made to be outside, and the weather really isn't going to hurt it.
The main thing is make sure that you're not covering a heat pump. That's not
Don't
good.
cover heat pumps, and don't cover anything terribly tight. Let it breathe. Keep the stuff out of it that you're concerned about getting into it. And I will say, we talked about having acorns and things like that. Mice really like it. If you've had a problem, it's not a bad place to put some mice
traps,
preventative maintenance things, traps, whatever, however you take care of the mice around your house, or get a cat.
Right.
But know that you want to deter stuff, little critters like that. Look for little holes, things like that. If you're out there on the side of the house where the air conditioner is, there's usually penetrations in the house for wiring and things like that. It's kind of a good time to kind of look around and make sure holes are plugged up, because mice will be looking for a warm place to go.
And then, per usual, we've recommended before it's always good to have shrubs trimmed back and
if
stuff
you want
like
to
that.
kind of trim those kinds of things back, things like that too. Another idea too is if you're just concerned about things dropping in the top of it, if you've got a piece of scrap plywood, or you want to just fashion a piece that exactly fits
DIY it.
And you can just set it on top of it. It's usually heavy enough that it just sits there.
That's a good idea.
The wind isn't going to bother it. A 36 by 36 piece of 3/4 plywood.
Just fashion one. Good tips, Dad. All right, talk to you later.